fact, HIV is no longer a death sentence.
With a treatment regime inclusive of antiretroviral drugs, an HIV-infected person can live a long, healthy, productive life.
With proper medical care, HIV viral loads can become undetectable and therefore untransmissible.
Fact: controlled HIV cannot be passed on from one person to the next.
Despite this information, fears about contracting HIV from social contact remain. And HIV-positive persons continue to face stigma and discrimination.
What we have found is that while we have treatment that is free, while we have health facilities across the country that allows services to be available and accessible, we also have our own NGO, the Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, that also provides services for people living with HIV. We still find that persons are still afraid to access the services. And this issue is related to what they think or what they perceive or what they think is real when it comes to being discriminated against. So discrimination is persons are being treated in a disrespectful way. They are being asked questions that are not necessarily relevant for the reason why they're in the space that they're in and when they're asking for services. And these are concerns that we have had over the years.
Government, through the National Family Planning Board, NFPB, intends to end this practice with the launch of its Champions for Change campaign. A constant partner is NGO, the Jamaica Network of Seropositives.
Now, as a person living with HIV for over 23 years, it wasn't easy, it's a bit challenging, but I first learned to think about me. What other persons think or perceive me to be, it really doesn't matter. Because in life, you still have challenge. You will always have challenges. You will always have persons liking you or not liking you. But at the end of the day, you still have to live. You still have to go on with life. And I try to tell persons, do not let HIV stop you from living. It's about looking at yourself and said, okay, yes, I've contracted the virus, but guess what? I am going to live no matter what. You know, do not let HIV stop you from doing nothing. You want to be a hairdresser, a teacher, a doctor, you can still be what you want to be in life. It doesn't stop you from accomplishing anything you want to accomplish. But what stops you is the fear of what others think. What I want people to understand is that persons living with HIV, it's your brother, your sister, your neighbor, your friends. And HIV is not something for us to just look down on an individual and say, listen, because you're HIV positive, I don't want anything to do with you.
A 2019 Stigma Index survey among 509 HIV-positive persons documents that the most common forms of stigma and discrimination experienced is gossip, unfair remarks, and verbal harassment.
So sometimes when you go into your office space and you hear persons speaking, they might just talking to your friends and everything, stop them. You don't know who is in your office. You don't know who is in the household. Be careful as to what you say and how you say it, because sometimes we're just very unkind and we say it for joke, but it's not a joke. We are hurting persons. Persons are being hurt. Persons are afraid. The sad part about it is that when it really gets to you, it becomes self-stigmatizing. And when you have someone getting up every morning and when they look in the mirror, they're not happy with who they see, that's a lot of self-stigma happening. And they are unable to function effectively.
A lot of persons who are positive figure more or less that they can have kids, but they can still have a family. They can get married, they can have children.
HIV status is not a big deal. Persons can manage it. When we came up with Champions for Change, we believe that truly it's time that we have full support. And what better way to get full support than to have persons championing the cause of other persons? It's your brother keeper concept. It's where you can stand up and say, listen, enough is enough. I see you bullying someone. No, stop. Stop bullying this person. It's not fair. It's unreasonable. They have not done anything wrong. Especially when it comes to your HIV status. Especially when it comes to your health status.
So when a person come in, you embrace them. You show them that regardless of the fact that they may be sick, you still love them. And that is the key medicine, you know. That you don't laugh at me and behind my back you talk me. That's not love.
It's important that I am a voice of compassion, I'm a voice of love as a medical doctor and just as a human, so that I can really speak on their behalf and kind of encourage people to show love. Very important for me is the promotion of education. I find that as much as I think people know about HIV over all these years, some people still don't remember that you cannot get it from touch, you cannot get it from hugging someone. And they only think it's from sexual intercourse. They don't remember that you can get it from a blood transfusion, or possibly you could be born to an HIV positive mother. So in educating the populace and in educating the people, they will remember to show love. Myself and other champions have been speaking to a lot of important groups that have large reach, the Scouts, the JPs, and also using our social media platforms as a method to reach out to larger audiences. Each and every one of you out there is a champion, and you should actually be that voice. You should actually stop people from troubling people, teasing people, bullying people, discriminating, and encourage love, compassion, and just again, be a brother, be a sister, be someone who truly cares for others, as HIV is not going to be transmitted to you from a hug or from a touch or from sitting beside a coworker. So let's all be that champion for change, and let's all just show love and empathy in all that we do.
Do your part. Show love, show support, don't discriminate.